CES 2025 dropped the RTX 5080 and yep, it's a monster. But while desktop gamers are ready to melt their power supplies, GeForce NOW still rocking the 4080, no cloud upgrade in sight. So is NVIDIA playing it safe, or are they setting the stage for something bigger? Let's break it all down. The 50 series hype, the GFN expansion, and the games they're throwing our way this week. The RTX 50 series upgrades are exactly what you'd expect. DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation neural shaders and GDDR7 memory that makes last gen look like it's still stuck loading. The RTX 5080 alone delivers up to twice the performance of the 4080 and the 5090. It's pure overkill in the best way possible. Naturally, we thought GeForce NOW would get the 5080 upgrade alongside the launch, especially after the recent membership tweaks. It felt like NVIDIA was setting the stage for something big, more power, new membership tiers. It all seemed to line up perfectly. But here we are, no 5080 in the cloud yet. Still, we're not losing faith. In fact, we're pretty confident that it's coming soon, likely by summer. NVIDIA's rollout pattern with GFN upgrades is actually pretty predictable. When the 3080 series was announced, the cloud upgrade followed a couple of months later. Same thing with the 4080, hardware first, then the ultimate membership update shortly after. If history repeats itself, that means we're just a few months away from streaming at RTX 5080 levels. And considering the leap in performance these cards bring, 8x frame rate boosts with DLSS 4, AI-driven face rendering, and better than native visuals, it's going to make for a ridiculous summer of cloud gaming. So yeah, while it's a bit disappointing not to see the 5080 hit GFN right away, it makes sense for NVIDIA to pace this out. The tech's ready, they're probably just syncing up their back-end upgrades before letting the floodgates open, and when they do, we're all set to crank every setting to max without worrying about FPS drops no matter what screen we're playing on. Long story short, the wait isn't over yet, but it's coming. So keep an eye on your membership settings. Something tells us 5080 cloud gaming isn't far off. GeForce NOW's expansion plans are in full swing, and the one we're most excited about, native app support for Steam Deck. No more browser workarounds, just straight up cloud gaming, how it's meant to be, with HDR support and 1440p at 120 FPS when connected to a monitor, or 4K at 60 FPS if you're hooked up to a TV. It's turning the Steam Deck into a portable powerhouse that punches well above its weight. Whether you're docked at your desk or gaming on the big screen, this feels like the upgrade Steam Deck players have been waiting for. And if portable gaming isn't your thing, they're diving headfirst into mixed reality too. GeForce NOW is coming to Apple Vision Pro, Meta Quest 3 and Pico headsets, so you can stream your favourite PC games in a virtual space. It's a bit niche, but if you're into gaming while surrounded by floating menus and futuristic overlays, you're covered. Then there's the global rollout. GeForce NOW is finally launching in India with an RTX 4080 data center. Huge news for gamers in the region who've been stuck dealing with high latency for way too long. This is a total game changer. Pair that with recent rollouts in Chile and Colombia, and soon Thailand, and it's clear NVIDIA isn't just expanding, they're building out a global cloud gaming network. So yeah, while fancy headset support is cool, it's the Steam Deck upgrade and India launch that feel like the real game changers here. More ways to play, more places to play. GFN is starting to make the traditional gaming setup feel a little unnecessary. Also at CES, NVIDIA confirmed Avowed and DOOM. The Dark Ages are heading to GeForce NOW at launch. Not exactly shocking, but still nice to have the official nod, especially for anyone ready to dive into Obsidian's fantasy world or rip through demons in medieval hell. Next up, let's look at the new games dropping in the cloud this week. First up is Road 96, a choice-driven road trip where every decision changes your path. 1 minute you're hitchhiking with a stranger, the next you're trying not to end up on a missing person poster. Then there's Builders of Egypt, perfect for anyone who's ever thought, I could totally manage an ancient civilization. Just be ready to micromanage your grain supplies like a true pharaoh. DREDGE brings a different vibe, a relaxing fishing sim. until you start pulling up things that should probably stay at the bottom of the ocean. Hope you picked that up during Epic's Christmas giveaway. For the RPG fans, there's Drova, Forsaken Kin, Dark Fantasy, Pixel Art, and plenty of cryptic ruins to explore. Speaking of medieval worlds, Kingdom Come Deliverance is also in the mix. If you've forgotten how unforgiving sword fights can be, don't worry, you'll be reminded fast. And finally, one that a lot of you have been asking for, Marvel Rivals, a fast-paced brawler where you can settle those who would win debates the only way that matters, smashing buttons until the Hulk wins or your controller gives up. This comes on Friday after Season 1 update. That's it for this week's GeForce Now update. Let us know what you're streaming and don't forget to like and subscribe. Big things are on the way.